Morning, everybody, and welcome to TEDx Abai. Today, I'll be sharing with you on this. When I got the call to be at TEDx Abai today, two images crossed my mind. This one. This was me at the age of 26, far away in Italy, where I had gone to undergo training on how to build teams that will help me to fabricate structures for a company called Saipem, Contracted International in Port Harcourt. But at that time of my life, that was when my struggle began. Because on one of the flights to Italy, I went into the toilet to do the things that guys normally do. And then a voice came to me to say, "Is this what you will be doing for the rest of your life?" Come on, I was 26 at the time. I wanted to rise to the pinnacle of mechanical engineering at the company where I used to work back then. So the voice coming at that time made me to feel confused about my life. But then, that was the beginning of my future, the future that you're seeing today, and the better future that you will see in some years to come. The second one is this, second picture. That was in 1995, the Beijing conference. Back then, when I was 15 years, 10 years, 12 years, it was unusual for a girl to come first in class where a man or a boy was. In fact, you earned some knocks from your father's head, from your father's hand, if you allowed a girl to come first. At that time, it was also unusual for guys to wash plates when girls were running around in the house. But based on the fallouts of this conference, things have begun to change from that time. And today, men can cook for their wives. Men can even wash the panties of their wives without any issues. How do these two pictures intersect? That is the essence of what I'm sharing with you today. What comes to your mind when you hear about the future? We are here talking about building the future, but what comes to your mind when you hear about the future? I bet this is what comes to your mind for many of us when you are thinking about a city that has blinding lights like that, perhaps very fast-moving cars, very fast-moving trains, and well-paved roads. You are not wrong if you think about that. But for me, Emeka Nobis, this is my focus. My focus is on the people. By focusing on individuals who will embrace ideologies that are progressive in nature and who will utilize those ideologies, exploit them positively, I believe that I can build the future. That is my ultimate focus. And I have this to say to every one of us who is present in this room. Inside every one of us here lies what is needed to build the future. You and I. Inside every one of us lies what is needed to build the future. Inside of us lie the stories that are yet to be told. Stories that will appear in books, stories that will appear in audio CDs. Inside every one of us here lies an expertise, something that you have devoted your time to do, that you've become an expert at doing it. Inside a few of us here lie some new tech designs that can help us to do things faster and better. Inside of every one of us lie ideologies. People like me and you have ideologies, things that we are passionate about, that we want to bring out to the earth and to connect with humanity that can make the earth better and build a better future for us. Inside every one of us lies a history that can be tapped into to understand the past, understand the present, and see how we can exploit what we have learned in the past and in the present to build a better future for our lives. Inside us lie applications, what we call apps. For example, inside every one of us, I believe, can be an app like the Uber that can help you to hail a taxi even from your home without stepping out of your house. Inside us lie strategies. For example, I help a lot of writers to be able to understand the strategies they can utilize to be able to market their books, because I believe strongly that books are spiritual tools that can build individuals, build cities, and build our future. But it starts with just one thing. It starts with you designing or choosing and developing a worldview. And when I say worldview, I mean this. Many of us want to eliminate malaria because it's a deadly disease. That's a worldview that you can embody. Many of us want to redesign political participation because while I was coming here yesterday, the policemen were already preparing to deal with individuals back in Port Harcourt who will flout the rules of movement because there is election going on today. And also young men are already preparing back there to snatch ballot boxes. And I do know that many of us want to redesign the political participation in Nigeria to make it better and functional. That is a worldview that you can embody. Inside many of us, we want to cure cancer because I tell you, if you meet someone who is suffering from cancer, your thinking about humanity, even your faith in God, may be challenged terribly. That's a worldview that you can embody. Many of us want to rejig the medical systems to make it affordable, faster, and more beautiful to embrace. Many of us want to tackle the transportation sector and revamp the system. So we have this running through our systems, our bodies, our minds. These are worldviews that we can embody. And it's a charge. What's my own choice? My choice as a gifted writer was for me to project an ideology that writers can be icons in the society. The time has gone when they tell us to write just for the passion of writing. I don't believe. I believe that writers like me can be handsome, beautiful, ride the best of cars, and be seen on the billboards. This is my ideology which I project consistently. And this is an example of it. I tell writers that they can be signed as brand ambassadors by multinationals to represent their interests. 3 months ago, the first of it landed in my laps. There I was. I signed as a brand ambassador for a company that is involved in real estate back in Port Harcourt. I may not tell you how much it is, but then it's the first of many that will come. This is an ideology that I embrace and I viciously project. So it's not just about you having an ideology. It's not about you embodying a worldview. It's also about you viciously communicating that worldview to people that are around you. It's very critical. If you are going to build the future, you have to viciously communicate your worldview, what you're passionate about, what you think that the future should be like. You've got to communicate it viciously. Great ideas ought to be shared and not to be hidden within you. Great ideas ought to be shared and not to be hidden within you. If you want our future to be built and designed beautifully, then you've got to share those magnificent ideas that you've got within you. Today, I communicate via chosen channels because I know that by communicating my ideologies, I help other individuals to attain greatness. And by the time they attain greatness, we are building a future that will benefit us mutually. I communicate via my blog, and I do hope you guys know what blogs are. I communicate via social media. On a daily basis, I rise and I write a minimum of 3 posts on Facebook consistently every day. Since 2010 till now, never a day has gone by without me writing on Facebook, communicating my ideology, even when I am sick. I communicate via emails 3 times a week to more than 2,000 people who are subscribed to my emails, sharing my ideologies with them, helping them getting inspired, and to connect with their essence, their true essence, and to live out life excellently. I communicate via public engagements like this because when I attend events like this and I speak, I have the ability to influence thoughts and minds to be able to build a future for themselves. And this is the most powerful of them all as a writer. My being able to take my thoughts and arrange them sequentially, arrange them logically that they can flow, and package them within the pages of books like those that you see is a very powerful endeavor of mine. And I tell you that it is truly spiritual. But by writing books and sending them away to different parts of the world, I am helping individuals to connect with themselves and transform themselves powerfully. The number 2 thing I do is that I share my lifestyle. I share my lifestyle. I do believe that family is fundamental if you're going to build the future. One of my desires at the time I was working in an oil servicing company was to attend my son's first day at school. It didn't work because of the job. But after putting some years, I resigned fully to focus keenly on what I'm doing today and building lives. And by sharing pictures of me connecting with my baby or with my kids, I pass across an information that influences other men, young men like me, who think that family is just about providing money and not connecting with their children. By taking my son to speaking engagements and sitting him down and him watching me speak, I am connecting with him to show him that he should start thinking about his life even at a small age so that he can build a better future than my father built for me and for us. Very critical. So that's the picture of me with the last daughter, Chisom, the one I told you had some issues at the hospital. So you can see my face and the way her face is. And that's to show you that we can connect as fathers to our kids. It's important. I showcase the works of other amazing individuals. I believe that as a leader, it shouldn't just be about me. It should be about other individuals also. And by doing this, I share with people to understand that it's not about competing with every other person that they see all the time, but understanding that for us to build a beautiful future, collaboration is key, critical and important. So that's me in the picture. A lady who builds safe boxes, wooden safe boxes. I told her to send some to my house, and I bought some because I wanted to start teaching my kids about saving even before they open their own bank accounts. And so when she came to my house and delivered the safe box, I decided to do this. She took a picture of me with the box, and then I put this on Facebook. And she called me to tell me that just one post that I did, she had 5 sales in a day. And said I should forget about the money to pay for the one that I had bought. So I believe that by connecting with the individuals, together we will win. And we can build the future that we all desire. Thank you for listening to me. May God bless you all.